Hello, I'm John and this is The Gothic and the Eldritch, a collection of sketches of Goodwin, and you're watching Wargames, Models and Other Hobbies. Hello and welcome. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at The Gothic and the Eldritch, collected sketches of Goodwin. From the outset, by the front cover, you can tell the influence Jez has had on Warhammer and Warhammer 40,000 artwork over the years, and will continue to do so. I really do love this art book. It came out in 2001. Really inspiring stuff in it. During the video, if you want to pause at all so you can take a good look at the work, by all means. I'm going to generally ramble on as I go through this, pointing out the different images that I like and so on. So, let's get started. Fantastic cover with Fabius Bile, but we'll go straight on into it. So, just on the outset, all of the designs and everything in the book are by Goodwin. Commentaries by Andy Chambers, and the images were selected and compiled by John Blanche, the legend. I'm not going to worry too much about the text as I go through this. If you'd like to see it in more detail, please drop a comment, but we're just going to go straight in to have a look at the artwork and flick through. So, on this page we've got Adeptus Mechanicus. Fantastic drawing, that one. Here we've got what looks like an Eldar pirate and something else. Let's carry on. Let's have a look through this. There's a lot of sketches in this book, so I'm going to jump through it quite quickly. So, like I said, if you want to pause it and have a look at the different pages. So here we've got different sections of the Imperium. So, artwork from Inquisitor. Really loved Inquisitor as a game. Never played many games of it, but I did collect a few of the figures. I'm thinking of doing a few videos with the models that I still have, repainting and that kind of thing. So if you're interested in that, drop a comment. But yeah, some really fantastic artwork there. And there is the sculpt based on that artwork. Space Marine, so July 1989. Here we have a Blood Angels Beaky Marine. Mark 8 power armour there. Classic Metal Terminator. Azrael from the Dark Angels. So all of these models inspired by his design work and artwork. So here we have, looks like a Wolf Scout. Now, the Wolf Scout Sergeants that came out in the 90s, still some of my favourite models. Some of the miniatures based on it. Tech Marine there. So some larger scale drawings here. So there we have Ragnar Blackmane, the classic model that was around for so long. Najar Stormcaller. There we have a Wolf Priest. Here we have from Blood Quest, a great series of graphic novels. If you want me to go through them on the site, let me know. I do have them. Fantastic storyline. So there we have one of the characters from there. This is something I really like about this art book. We have annotations over the top of some of the drawings. So that's Brother Cloten, I think it's Cloten, yeah, from Blood Quest. But then over the top here we've got some annotation and things. Really works quite nicely, describing different details on the image. There we've got Mephiston, the Chief Librarian of the Blood Angels. Dreadnoughts. Now that would have been a monster. Double assault cannon on that Dreadnought. Then we've got the Traitor Legions, so Chaos Space Marines. There's a fantastic Plague Marine there. A Khorne Renegade. One of the Thousand Sons. A Slanesh Renegade from the Emperor's Children. World Eater. Another World Eater, unusually with a heavy weapon in this one. And then here we have a Noise Marine. Some of the early Terminator armour designs for Chaos. Khan the Betrayer. Abaddon. Fantastic sketch, that one. Another one of my favourites, Fabius Bile, as a character and kind of the horrificness of him, I think is fantastic. Another one of these things, giving the details of the image. Here we have quite a few different sketches of Warhammer Fantasy battles for different Chaos characters. Great Demon of Khorne, so we then have Skaven on these pages. And then classic High Elves, High Elf Mage here. Looking at all of this artwork, it just takes me back to my youth when I got into the hobby and seeing all of these coming out when you've got Warhammer Fantasy battles where you had the lines of archers and High Elf spearmen, and it was against orcs and goblins. More High Elves. Now on to the Eldar, now Eldari. But back then they were the Eldar, so we've got here different characters. So we've got an assassin. That's a nice, I like that assassin. That may be a conversion. Yeah, I'm going to remember that one. Titan crew, Warlock, an Eldar officer. And we have Wraithguard. Aspect Warriors. So what have we got? We've got the Striking Scorpions, Dire Avengers, Swooping Hawks. Just, yeah, the artwork is amazing. Then Battlefleet Gothic. A lot of ship designs there. And then sketches in the background, and then some of the models they inspired. I think possibly at the moment the Falcon Grav tank might be one of the oldest kits still in production. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, because there's lots of different kits out there that are kind of quite old. I mean, I know you've got the Chaos bikes as well, that's really quite an old kit. But yeah, some classic models don't need updating. Tyranids, I love Jez's work on the Tyranids. So there we have Lictor, really nice bulbous head there with the kind of the tentacle maw. Classic Hive Tyrant. This is one with one of the sheets over the top of it. I love that original Hive Tyrant that came out in the 90s. Those Tyranids, although they weren't as coherent as they are now, real fantastic kind of design work. Gargoyles, Termagants. Different bioweapons. So here we have Adeptus Arbites. I loved these models when they came out. Although they were single poses, there was the ones with the shotguns, one with bolt guns, I think the judge, the sergeant, and then a grenade launcher. Really loved those models. And the recent ones that came out this year with Kill Team, really nice homage to these original designs. So here we have my personal favourite Necromunda. Confrontation, loved. Necromunda, loved. The new Necromunda, I love. These designs brought about what we have now. I mean, classic Van Sars, Orlocks. I think from Confrontation these are Brats. Correct me if I'm wrong, please do. Escher, Goliaths, Cawdor, Delac. Here we have Titans, so there's a Titan crew there. And here we have some, I don't know what pattern of Titan it is. It's only got 2 arm weapons and then a weapon on the knee, nothing on the carapace or anything, but yeah, early designs, really nice. So these ones, yeah, definitely Reavers. These two, it says it, so obviously. Warhound down at the bottom here. Necrons. So I really love that Necron warrior. And then here we have, I think it's a destroyer. On here called a robot stroke undead war machine. Yeah, Necron is there, but it's robot undead warriors. That's what Necrons are. Turn that round so you can have a look at that. Great artwork there. Then we have the redesigns of the Land Speeder and the Land Raider. And then we're looking at Imperial Guard here, so some different regiments. Assassins. So the early designs of all the different assassin groups. Vindicare down here. So we got the Sisters of Battle, Imperial Crews for fleet. Yeah, so we've got the fleet officers. Then we've got Imperial Crews down at the bottom here. Like I said, if you'd like to see any of these in more detail, please drop a comment and I'll do closer up shots of these. Battlefleet Gothic, a variety of different ships here. That kind of outline of the Imperial ships that's quite synonymous with them. So you've got that kind of big wedge on the front. Then robots, different Imperial robots. So you can see in things like this the design coming back with Adeptus Mechanicus. And then the Tau, fantastic. I love that drawing, great drawing there. One of the battle suits down here, different weaponry. And then, yeah, then Jez with the Space Marine. Yeah, not much to add to that. I hope you've enjoyed this flick through of the Gothic and the Eldritch. If you'd like to see more of these types of videos, please drop a comment. If you want me to go back and do any close-ups on certain images, please drop a comment as well. But for now, my name's John, and you've been watching War Games Models and Other Hobbies.